Hey everybody, Worm Adept here with enhanced weapon crafting coming in Lightfall and beyond, shall we call it. Now, yes, I am aware that a new seasonal mission, the end of season mission, just dropped. You can go check it out over on our Twitch. We did a whole live stream of it earlier, and you can watch it, kind of watch our reactions, watch how the missions, in case you didn't get to do it yet or something like that. But Bungie dev team just dropped a big post on us here in regards to enhancing weapon crafting. Now, I wanted to talk about this. Not going to do a full read over it, but I wanted to talk about some of the changes that are coming and my thoughts on them, which, spoiler alert, all my thoughts on this are very positive. So, yeehaw, let's get into it. First of all, deep sight, no more deep sight attunement objectives after Lightfall launches. Basically, they are removing red box weapons that drop kind of casually from the world. Only craftable weapons will drop with Deep Sight Resonant after Lightfall launches. So basically, if you got a like a crate, for example, with a red box, those will no longer happen because you can't craft a crate. Overall, I think that's great. Resonant Elements are going away, so resonant and harmonic alloys are going to be going away, and then some planned features for later this year. Of course, weapon enhancing, which is going to start with adept weapons from the raid first. Deep sight activation, so you can apply deep sight to various weapons, and then weapon level boosting. Leveling up a weapon will not require equipping it, which is, kind of nice. Anyways, for starters here, with deep sight attunements being removed, this is kind of long overdue, in my opinion. Props to Bungie for finally making the change. No longer will you get weapons that you can't craft with deep sight resonance. I think that it was kind of annoying to get a bunch of red box, because if you're anything like me, you've got kind of a sense of FOMO. You feel like you have to do every single red box weapon, otherwise you might miss out on something. And you also feel the need to hoard these weapons as well, because you never know when you're going to need a bunch of the materials. So they're taking that out completely, which I definitely agree with. I think that's a nice change. I am a little bit concerned on how many the amount of elements and stuff that we'll be able to get, but of course resonant elements and alloys are going away, so we'll see kind of what the cost is. I have a feeling they're going to change it to a glimmer and shard cost, because that's they're kind of trying to condense all these different types of economies down. So wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going to happen there. But yeah, resonant elements and alloys, basically they talk about here that some players had a bunch, some players had too little. Some players would sit at 10,000 on the what is it, resonant elements or whatever, for ever, because you're only using it for crafting certain weapons. And then it just kind of was clunky and in the way, so they're getting rid of that. Keep in mind, while we will not be making any changes to crafting alloys such as resonant, harmonic, and ascendant alloys at Lightfall's launch, we're planning to remove resonant and harmonic alloys the following season. So that's kind of nice. What the big thing I'm reading here is harmonic alloys for raid weapons. It sounds to me like, hopefully, to craft raid weapons, you will not need as many harmonic elements. So, if you have that god roll Insidious that you want to try a different roll on, but you don't want to craft it because of harmonic alloys, that's going to be going away. So, thankfully, that's a good thing. Okay, activate enhance level up. Basically, this feature will allow you to activate deep sight on a weapon, which is nice, because no longer will you need to get, like, basically have a random chance at getting a weapon. So it sounds to me, what I'm understanding here is, so you go into King's Fall and you really want to craft the pulse rifle, the Smiter Moraine, and you have only got one red box for it, and basically you have to wait for at least 4 more weeks to get another red box for it. Sounds to me like that's no longer going to be the case. Sounds to me like, for example, Vow of the Disciple. If you're farming Vow of the Disciple and you get a submission, you get 5 submissions within a you know, 2-hour period, you can change them all to manual deep sight and get those much, much quicker. This is a huge thing, and maybe I'm misunderstanding it here, but to me, it sounds like this is going to be major for Destiny 2 players, because now, especially with raid weapons, we're going to be able to get the patterns for them so much faster. We're not going to have to rely on RNG, which sucks. Okay, of course, we did a farm a couple weeks ago for the what is it, the trustee in Deepstone Crypt, and it took us forever to get there. It took us literally, I don't remember how many runs, but it took us days to get it, and that was doing it for 8 hours plus a day. So that's a great change. Very, very excited about that. Hopefully we won't see, you know, it'll be able to work for raid weapons. The big thing here is the Adept raid weapon Adept Enhancing. So basically what Bungie has talked about is starting with the Lightfall, master level Lightfall raid, you are going to be able to upgrade the random rolls you get from Adept weapons into enhanced traits. This has been long overdue, and I'm glad that Bungie's finally putting it in the game, because honestly, at the end of the day, what's the point of using an enhanced Insidious, or not an enhanced Insidious, an Adept Insidious, or what is the, is it Adept? I think it is Adept. Or what is the point of using a time lost Fatebringer over a, you know, craftable Fatebringer with enhanced perks? Well, Fatebringer is a bad example because you can't craft it. Insidious. Let's go back to Insidious again. What's the point of using an Adept Insidious that can't get enhanced perks to using an Insidious that's not Adept but it has enhanced perks? You know, yeah. So they're changing that. Thank God. Finally. And then they talk about kind of how the enhancement's gonna work. You know, right here again, I'm not gonna read it all, but there's gonna be some different tiers of enhancement. At tier 1, you know, you get your masterwork, you get your barrels and magazine options. Tier 2, it's left column traits. Tier 3, the right column trait enhances, stuff like that. And of course, finally, they talk about weapon level boosting here. So they say a new mod will be added that will increase the level of a crafted or enhanced weapon for the cost of standard currencies. Well, it won't be initially positioned as the only method for leveling up a weapon. It'll be a convenient method for unlocking early perk choices and an outlet for any spare currencies you have stockpiled. This, again, just, you know, they're making weapon leveling easier. It sounds to me like there's going to be a mod that you can actually put in there to increase the level of your weapon, if I'm understanding that right. But yeah, these are great changes. The biggest change here, the biggest change that you know I want to talk about is the removal of the resonant and harmonic alloys. That is a huge deal. That's a huge deal because now all of our craftable raid weapons are going to be easier to craft. You know, you're not going to have to, oh, you know, I really wish I had the harmonic alloys to make this adept or, you know, whatever, enhanced or whatever. Not going to have that anymore. Okay, they're doing away with it, which is fantastic. And of course, the other thing that I'm excited about is adding the ability to basically make a weapon deep sights so that you can unlock it faster. Now, one thing they did mention in here, somewhere around here, you will not be able to add deep sight to the same weapon over and over again. So, you know, you kill Oryx, you get the pulse rifle, you can unlock basically one pattern frame from it, and that's it. And of course, it's better than what we had before, where you just have to get lucky. And like some of us, you get super unlucky. But yep, that's kind of it for the enhanced weapon crafting. All good stuff. I'm very, very excited to have access to all this stuff in game. And of course, keep in mind, most of this is not coming out with the launch of Lightfall. It's going to be post Lightfall. But it is good to see that we're getting changes to that. But anyways, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree with the weapon crafting changes? I'm sure that most of y'all probably do. But I know there's probably an odd one or two of y'all out there that don't agree. But yeah, what are you most excited for in there? Because, I mean, I'm excited for a lot of it. I think especially the ability to add deep sight to weapons is one of the things I'm most excited about. But anyways, yeah, that's going to be it for me. Yeah. Have a good day, and I'll see y'all later.